Hi, Rick McBride with your Property Masters team, and here with your 5 minutes of free time. Today is obviously Inauguration Day. I don't particularly care what your politics are, I don't want to get into that at all. But I do want to discuss, assuming Trump gets done what he said he was going to get done, what a Trump presidency will mean for Florida real estate. Today is a special day, no matter what side of the political aisle you're on. The pomp and circumstance and all the festivities are quite amazing, and the way that everybody comes together to elect a president and inaugurate a president, I guess, is quite a fantastic showing, and something that is kind of unique here to our country. There's many things that are going to have an effect on the real estate market. First of all, the financial impact of Trump policies, should he get them in place. First of all, he said he wants less regulation across the board. He wants less restrictions on banks and their lending practices, and he wants freer movement of capital moving in the country and then around the country. The impact of that is freer flow of funds should allow for easier lending. Back during the bubble, the criteria to get a loan was they stuck a mirror under your nose, and if the mirror fogged up because you were breathing, you could get a loan. Obviously, we don't want to return to that. However, the response to the crash was the banks tightening their funds, no longer lending to qualified investors, no longer lending to qualified individuals for that matter, making you jump through hoop after hoop after hoop after hoop to meet the federal guidelines that were less restrictions should allow for more creative financing. I don't mean the kind of financing, subprime type financing. I mean more creative financing. Maybe you have perfect credit, great job, don't have a lot of money to put down. Well, why can't you qualify for 100% financing? How about maybe as interest rates creep back up, adjusted rate mortgages, where, hey, for 7 years we'll have a low rate, and then for 23 years your rate will go back up, or you'll refinance after 7 years. And also, freer movement of capital should allow for more investment loans. And it is very difficult to get an investment loan. What happens when you can't get investment loans is only the big companies afford to make investments, and only the big companies can at that point will essentially dominate the investment world, and it keeps the little guy out. Lower corporate taxes should kickstart the economy and increase wages, thereby giving buyers more buying power. One of the negatives that could possibly happen is if immigration is reduced, then we would have less demand. That could have an effect on demand, although it's unlikely that will affect Florida very much, because Florida has a lot of demand from people moving here from the north, and that should continue. One wild card in the equation is Ben Carson as HUD Secretary. Not sure, haven't heard much about what he's going to plan to do, but what we would hope is he would help reduce all the red tape needed to issue government loans and simplify and speed up the process. It wasn't long ago it was pretty common to do an FHA loan in 30 days. Now it takes 45 to 60 days. People have to give so much documentation that it's just out of control, and it's all because of government guidelines. I mean, there's so much that because of government guidelines, and those are by far the majority of that most people use in Florida, especially in Florida, because the prices aren't quite as high as other places in the country, so they don't need jumbo loans. Overall, Trump's policies, if they are enacted, should have a positive effect on the Florida real estate market. But either way, no matter what happens, no matter who is the president, Florida remains pretty protected, pretty shielded from major impact of laws because of simply the demand and people wanting to move to our wonderful and beautiful Sunshine State. You guys have a fantastic inauguration day. Enjoy the festivities and have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday.